Hello, this is Shihan Leard with Sensei Mariah Ferris-Higa, and we're going to talk a little bit about our Largo Mano skills that we're going to work on this cycle. We're going to be focusing on evades and meets against low strikes. So let me show you a little bit of what that looks like. Switch sides. Again. Okay, so there's a lot going on there. What's happening is that my opponent is making a strike or a swing towards my lower body. That could be my waist, could be my hip, could be my leg, maybe even my knee. So pretty much anything in that vicinity. And I'm going to respond with a couple of different options. I could either evade or I'm going to meet. Now evade is simply getting out of the way. That's what this looks like. So she swings towards my lower body and I simply move it. I'm just moving the target out of the way. I do that by doing a hook step. I hook my front foot behind my back foot momentarily. I kind of hollow out and I get my elbows up and out of the way. You'll see me like raising the roof here a little bit. That means it's just getting my limbs up and out of the strike zone that's happening right here. All right, so it doesn't matter which side she's swinging from. I'm going to do the same thing. One more. Good. Now a meet is something different. It's that evade plus I am striking the offending hand or wrist as it comes into my space. So this is what a meet might look like. Right there. So I've done the same hook step, I've done the same hollowing out, but I have to keep my hand higher than my opponent's hand, but I'm striking. And the way this has to work is I have to strike across from the opposite direction that this strike is coming from. So when the strike is coming to my left side, I strike from my right side in a forehand strike like that. If the strike is coming towards my right side, I will strike from my left so that they cross or crash in the middle, and hence the name meet. Watch it one more time from the other side. Again, if the evade is this, let's do the same strike. The meet is that plus that right there. I just have to make sure my hand stays high, my elbow stays out of the way. That means you notice how I'm dipping the tip of my weapon lower. That way I can reach that target that I'm looking for, right, without putting my own hand in harm's way. So I keep it up here. All right. If she strikes at my left side and I try to meet from my left side, I'll probably never get it because her attack is going to continue to move, and I'm always trying to catch up. And that's not as effective. So I need to remember to always strike from the opposite side when the meet is happening. One more from here. There. All right, so that is a meet. Thank you, ma'am. All right, let's work on some of those Largo Mano skills together. Go ahead and follow along. I'm going to mirror you as I'm facing the camera here so you can keep your padded weapon in your right hand, which is on this side for you, and your right foot is going to be your lead foot. So that's going to match to this foot right here on the camera. So let's talk about getting into our stance first. Strong side forward, right foot forward, weapon in the right hand. It's out in front of me, right? The tip is pointed forward a little bit like I'm pointing it at your eyes. You're pointing it at my eyes right here. Back heel off the ground. I'm nice and tight. Now evades. All we got to do for an evade is lift those elbows up, hollow out that body, and hook that front foot behind the back foot just for a second, and then put it right back into our stance. We always recover to the same stance. Do that a couple more times with me. Elbows up, hook back, hollow out, and recover. Evade and recover. And that works no matter what direction the strike happens to be coming from. Now let's look at the meets. If we're going to do a meet, let's start with a meet that's striking. We're going to come across like this. They're hitting our left side. So we hollow out, evade just like before, strike from right to left across this way. Let's do that again. Evade and meet. Evade and meet. Now, if they were striking from the other side, if they're hitting towards our right, we're going to strike from the left. So we evade and meet right there. Evade and meet. Still trying to keep those elbows up and out of the way, and we strike across. Let's do one more each side. There's one way, and then we can add a counter as we recover. As soon as we step that foot back in, we can hit them back. Now the other way, meet and counter. Again, meet and counter, meet and counter. There we go. All right, look forward to seeing you guys in class.